Zel Boy Army. It's your boy Zelonius and my spicy, beautiful friend back here, Mr. Ainsley Harriet. And my word, we have a spicy video for you today. The new patch dropped yesterday. Overload Ballside has finally been nerfed. I'm going to talk in this video about how it's been nerfed, how that might have affected the game, changed the game. You want to stick around for all of this video. I'm going to be showing you the tactics that I think will work on this game. I'm going to be showing you gameplay clips against top pros on how you can defend on this patch, how you might want to adjust. This video is the video you need to watch to learn how to play on the new patch, how to keep improving at the game. If you're new to the channel, this is your first time watching a video, please like the video, comment, it helps the videos do better. Most importantly, please subscribe. I put a video out every single weekday. I aim to go live around 5:30 every day with my videos. Today's video's gone live a bit later because I wanted to make sure I took enough time to really practice, play a lot of games on this patch. Because every video I put out for you guys, I try my absolute best to make sure it's the best quality and nothing I'm saying hasn't been tested. Everything I say to you guys has been tested, tried out against top pros in rivals. I spent 10 hours yesterday playing on the new patch, and today I got to the final of the Foothead Cup. For anyone who doesn't watch my streams, please check them out. There's a link in the description below. I really appreciate you guys' support. And the last thing I want to say before we get into the video is, if you've not seen my Patreon, it's called Underdog Gaming. I run it with Jambu and FIFA Analyst, and we've also added a top 50 in the world trader. It's the complete package for FIFA. Check it out. There's lots of different tiers with different options that I think can help you guys improve a lot. But boys, thank you for watching the video. Enjoy. Okay boys, a few things I will say right now before we get into the tactics that I'd recommend playing on this patch. A few pointers that I've learned. It's still only a day into the new patch, so new things might come up. I'll make sure I do videos about them if I spot them. But these are the early tips, tricks, advice I can give you from what I've seen so far. Overload Ballside now massively drains your stamina. I played somebody yesterday who pretty much had it on the whole game. By the end of the game, his players who had 90 plus stamina were nearly they're just completely drained. It is basically now like what using team press was before. But team press has also been nerfed even more, so team press takes even more stamina. So if you want to use these extreme tactics of Overload Ballside to really make your defense compact, or team press to really make your pressing crazy, it's going to come at a massive stamina cost. I would like to think that I'm a very high level defender for a pro. I might not be as good in some other areas, maybe my attack's not been as good as some of the other pros on this game, but the new patch so far for me I feel has helped me improve quite quickly. I feel like my defending's still pretty good, but because other people can't defend as easily with Overload Ballside, I'm finding attacking a lot easier. I was doing really well in rivals last night. Like I said in the introduction, I made the final of the Foothead Cup. I lost to Ollie Leto, who's an insane player, one of the best in the world, but I could instantly see I've improved a lot. I'm going to show you some clips from a game I played in the Foothead Cup after we've shown the tactics, which show you how to defend on the new patch, some tips and tricks I'd give for that. But what I'd say is, one thing you can do, but it's quite risky, you really need to be on it, you can't make a mistake with this, otherwise you'll get punished really bad, is you can maybe use Overload Ballside when you're defending, but turn it off when you're attacking. For some reason, EA haven't fixed this, but it messes with your stamina even when you're attacking. I don't know why. So you can toggle it on and off, but if you forget to do that and leave it on, it will really hurt your stamina. I think you can defend really well still on this game without Overload Ballside on. I'll show you the tactics I'm using. I beat a player who made major events last night in Rivals. I beat him 4-0. I was watching his stream as I was playing him, and at the end of the stream he was literally saying, what are these tactics? These tactics, it's impossible to break you down. So boys, I've got the tactics here that cover you, help you be impossible to break down as well. And like I say, we'll show you the gameplay that teaches you how to defend like it as well. I'm not just going to show the tactics and throw you in the deep end. One thing I like though, now that I've turned Overload Ballside off, is I'm nowhere near as vulnerable down the wings. Before with Overload Ballside, there was a bit of a weakness that you could get through balls down the wing against you a lot. You just have to be really careful because the meta on this game is to pass it into the striker, who should, at a very high level at least, they'll have 5-star weak foot, and then they'll turn and shoot. It's a lot harder to defend that if you've not got as many men in the middle, but the tactic I'm going to show you has lots of men in the middle still, defends well, but it's still pretty good going forward. I'd say now, team press and overload ball side, you have to use them a lot more sparingly. My general advice before was to use team press at about 60 minutes. You could do that still, but it's still very risky now. You might want to wait till 70 minutes, especially in a weekend league game, because if you went to extra time and you'd been on team press from 60 to 90 minutes, it's really going to hurt your stamina. Another potential tactic that you could use is to try keep the ball lots. I don't really recommend keeping the ball for the sake of it, but if you keep the ball longer and your opponent has overload ball side on, it's really going to drain their stamina, wear them out like it does in real life when you keep the ball, and later on in the game they're going to be quite vulnerable to your attack, especially if you have really fast subs to bring on. So overload ball side, the nerf's finally here. I'm really happy that they've done something to change it. I feel like it's improved the game, increased the skill gap, but it's still too early to tell. One thing I would say is the shooting feels slightly worse. I've only played one day of the patch, but there seems to be a few new animations where players just sky the ball, and then the passing feels even worse, which is a real shame because the passing and shooting for me were already not good enough. We need buffs to attacking play to make the game more fun, so you need to be even more careful with your passing now, I'd say. Boys, let me show you the tactics. It's very similar to the 4-2-3-1 tactics that I was running before. I've not changed a lot, but I'd still recommend balanced. You could maybe experiment with drop back, but I started with balanced to try it out, and for me it was working really well. I was playing event level pro players who had like Team the CR7, middle R9, Eusebio, and I was getting clean sheets against them, so I was defending really well. It might be different at lower down levels, but for me it worked really well, so there wasn't really much need to experiment with drop back. Balance was really good. Free width and free depth kind of feels a little bit like overload ball side, in the sense my team's still very compact, but I still seem to cover the wings quite well. What it doesn't do is the overload ball side, it very quickly just moves up and down. You can see on the radar of overload ball side your team move up and down as they switch. It doesn't do that as much, but I don't think it's needed as much, and with this tactic I found my team was still very compact and really hard to break down. But the pressing, because I used balance, I was still able to win the ball in my opponent's half. Honestly, right now, this might be the best I've felt in FIFA 20 all year. I've struggled at a pro level, like in the qualifiers and stuff with other pros this year. I've always been able to hit top 100 in Elite 1 this year and do quite well in Rivals, but I really feel right now might be the best I've been all year, and this tactic goes a long way to helping with that. The offensive style, I feel like this matters less than the defensive in terms of the width players in the box. What I would say is balanced is what I'll use for the general build-up. I would never use long ball. I only use fast build-up in my ultra attacking constant pressure tactic because I can win the ball high up the pitch and instantly break. And then possession I only use in my defensive tactic when I'm trying to see the game out. But yeah, balanced helps generate lots of runs. It also feels very easy to keep the ball because I'm using the 4-2-3-1. So yeah, the instructions: stay central, stay forward. I don't want balanced attack because if you use, I do want mixed attack, sorry. I don't want getting behind or anything else because it just seems to mess the strikers' runs. Mixed attack works best for me. One thing you might notice, I've got a lot of 5-star weak foots in this team. All of my attackers are 5-star weak foot and my 2 CDMs are 4-star. I'd love to have like a Hullet in there, but Hullet is just so expensive, so he's not really that viable right now. But yeah, 5-star weak foots, especially in the front 4 and the 4-2-3-1, they change the game. They allow it to be so easy to break people down, and on this new patch where it's harder to defend and there's more space in the middle, having 5-star weak foot really opens up the opponent. And if you can have 5-star weak foot and they've not got as many men in the middle, you're going to score so many more goals now because the overload ball side isn't there to just put so many bodies in the way you can't turn. I have come back on defense in all my cams. That I just leave it at that. The stamina on the middle cam drains a little bit, but other than that, everything else on default, they seem to make good runs. I found when I put get into box, stay on edge of box, the runs just weren't as good. I leave my CDMs on balanced attack. I found it revolutionised my attack. Before, I was really struggling when I had them on stay back. I was a little bit better defensively, but so much worse at going forward, because what I would find would happen is that I would just be isolated and I'd only have 4 bodies, whereas if I have 2 CDMs as well who can shoot, it's changed the attack. And then defense are all on stay back while attacking. Okay, those are the tactics. If you've got any questions, by the way, about this video, any of my thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to show you some gameplay, show you the tactic in action. I'm not going to show you the attacking side as much. If you want to see that in another video, I can do that, but this video is more about the nerf to Overload Ballside and how to defend on the new patch. Okay, one thing I want you to note straight away here is if you look at my team shape, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The back line are all still fairly compact. There's not a lot of space between them. There's a little bit of a gap down there, but there's absolutely no risk that my opponent's going to be able to play it there. But this play here is covering the wing a little bit easier. This game here, by the way, was the semi-final of the Foothead Cup. I was playing against Crafty, another British pro, who he made Worlds on FIFA 18. He's made 2 events this year. He's a very good player, and he had an unreal team. Hullet, Vieira, Team of the Year, CR7, Middle R9, Headliners Neymar. And Crafty's a very good attacker, so against someone like this was a really good test of testing my defensive abilities out on the new patch. But like I said, this tactic here, you can see already the shape that it has. It's got a midfield 4 across there that really work hard to defend the team. You can see there, instantly, one thing I like to do, because this is still going to be the meta, he can play it down the line there, I instantly cover that and I can protect that. It's going to be very hard for him to play it in the line right there. But like I say, look for that. That's the defensive shape you will be getting in this formation. It's really vital that you keep shape at all times. One of the biggest tips I can give on this game is don't dive in, don't make silly mistakes, hold your defensive shape. Okay, here I'm going to show you a clip of how I attacked on this, because it's a good Crafty here defended it very well, and this is an example of how you want to defend on the new patch. And this is also how you should attack as well. So I said I was just going to mostly do defensive clips, but this is a good way. If you can attack like this, it will work against a lot of people. There's also a useful little tip here that I think you guys will enjoy. So I get the ball here. You can see now his defense is way different compared to before Overload Ballside, where you just have everyone would be around here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got 4 attackers. So I get to this position. Dead stop fake. That alone, you can see already, Vieira's gone walkies. He's gone that way. The dead stop fake is an amazing trick that anyone can do, and it is so quick. You can turn very quickly with it, but I go that way because I think he might not read that. I'm left stick dribbling, going either way, and then from there, what I do here, you'll see it, is a double A or double X pass if you're on PlayStation. Most of the time, this pass will bug out defenders. And when it bugs out the defender, it just means they miss it and you get a really easy chance. But what Crafty did here that was really good, he let his Vieira cover here, this bit here, so Bucha was never going to get in. And he manually marked here. You can see here, he reads the double A pass. He only just gets it, but if Crafty hadn't defended that so well, that would have been a guaranteed goal. So when your opponent breaks and get into these positions, you need to grab a defender, cover this bit of the box where the players are, quickly cover it, mark it, and stop the goal. You can see in this position, Crafty's attacking. My midfield has been a little bit bypassed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My midfield's not in the best position. So watch what I do to resolve that. I'm quickly dragging players. I get the centre back to cover there so R9 doesn't get a lot of space. I force him backwards because I've left him isolated. What a lot of people do is they grab the centre back and go the wrong way, and they just gives too much space. I didn't need to tackle Crafty there. What I needed to do was not dive in, force him backwards, and it lets my defence get back into shape. And then you can see this tactic, even on balance, the team get back, the depth width lowers, and it becomes very hard to break down. Just watch here. See, I dragged him slightly there to cover R9. I'm getting Marcelo there. I'm getting the team in shape. It's not always about winning the ball back. It's about getting your team in shape and being hard to break down. See there, Richarlison. Crafty's not really got anywhere he can go here. There you go. I forced him backwards. Hold in shape, forcing your opponent backwards. Crafty's a very good player, so didn't just give me the ball back. But a lot of people will get frustrated. They'll get bored, impatient at this. They'll give you the ball back. Defending like this will help you improve drastically. One thing that I found quite funny yesterday when I was playing a lot of Rivals was that quite a few people said, how is your stamina not going down, but it feels like you still got Overload Ballside on. I didn't use Overload Ballside once yesterday. I thought on this new patch, it looks like it's been nerfed, I'm going to test what Overload Ballside, what the game's like defending without Overload Ballside. Look at my team. They're maybe not quite as all down, like they might be a bit further, but you can see here, they're quite compact. It looks like my team's got Overload Ballside on, but they don't. It's just what this tactic does, but it doesn't drain the stamina. It puts my team still in a very good position. Look at this. Crafty's got 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. He can't get it up there without very quickly. He can't really get it there because there's these 2 men and him. He can get it there, but then I've got him, him, him. And he really ideally wants to get it to the R9, but R9's got 2 centre backs and these guys marking him. So it's really hard to break this down as long as I don't make a silly mistake. You can watch how I defend here. Just standing my ground. You can see there, I'm using the second man press. The second man press isn't as good this year, but what it can do is it can at least put your opponent under a bit more pressure. And what I'm doing is, I'm not trying to win the ball back here, I'm just trying to cover this danger bit here. I'm trying to stop his R9 from getting an easy pass to him. Because if R9 gets an easy pass, with his high strength, very good dribbling and the weak foot, all it takes is one good turn and it's a goal. So I'm just stopping him from getting to that. You can see there, I'm protecting that. Somewhat, I'm trying to just make him go for the pass even though it's not actually on. I'm just patrolling the middle of the pitch, defending like that. That was offside in my opinion, but the game didn't give it. But he was still forced so wide because my team got such narrow width, it makes it really hard to break it down. So you can see there, from the tactic, those are some of the ways that I like to defend. And this is how I think you need to defend on the new patch. You don't need Overload Ballside. Let your opponent use it. Let your opponent's stamina drain. Boys, really hope you enjoyed this video. I put a lot of time and effort into this video. Like I said, every video I do for you guys, whether it be player advice, gameplay, tutorials, tactics, formations, etc., I always put as much effort as I can into them. Because I'm never going to tell you guys to do something that I don't believe in myself. Like I said, the video might be 15-20 minutes long, but I spent 10 hours yesterday researching the new patch. I didn't want to just put a video out an hour after the new patch about what I thought might work. I wanted to test out what I thought. I wanted to test out the patch and then tell you guys what I could see and what I believe to be true from the initial day. I might put a new video out in a week where there might be a few different thoughts. I might have learned some new stuff. But these are my initial thoughts on the new patch, boys. Really hope it's helped you. Let me know in the comments below how you're getting on with the new patch, any questions you've got, any videos you'd like to see from me. Again, I massively appreciate the support all of you show. It really means the world to me. From the bottom of mine and Ainsley Harriet's heart, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great evening.